Hello guys, welcome to the Data Shift, your go-to channel for the data-driven insights and analysis. I'm your host, Rohan Tekale, and today we have an exciting analysis to share with you. Now let's see the what what the task we have given by the Griff Foundation. This is the third task in the business and data analysis domain. So the task name is Exploratory Data Analysis Retail. Now this level is beginner. So what we have to perform in this task, we have to perform the exploratory data analysis on the data set given here. I will show you the data set. Then as a business manager, like say we have like say you are a business manager, you have to find out the weak areas where you can work to make a more profit. Now what are the insights from that, we will find out when we analyze the data sets. Now what all business problems you can derive by the exploring the data. Then we can use the Python, R, W, Power BI, Excel, SAP, SAS. Now in this case we are using the Python, and the main tool for that, we are using the Jupyter notebook. Okay, now we will see the data set as soon as possible. Now for the beginner level, they have given the some tasks, or the some help they have given, that we can create the dashboards. We can uh, here now I am submitting the audio explaining or video explaining with you. Now the task submission, we have to uh, let's see the database. Okay, now okay, so let's see the database. I have already downloaded the database. Let's see the database now. Now this is the database they have given to us. The database name is sample superstore. Okay, so in this they have given the ship mode, the segment, the column names. See the column names, the segment, the country, the cities, states, post. Now they have provided a one database in which we have to analyze what the data tells to us. Now see, they have given some consumers information, that where they live, in which country, the city, the state, the postal code, in which region, the category. No, the business category here is, let's see, we will we will discuss in which, how many parts, the in which part the category is divided, the subcategory for that business is this, how much sales uh, driven by them, the quantity for the selling, the discount they given, the profit they earn. Now this is the database. Now what we have to do, we have to analyze the database. We have to find, um is there any unclean data, or we can say unpatterned data we have found. Is there any insights we have found? Is there a pattern in that data? So we can analyze that data, we can give a best insight so that the company can make a decision on it. Okay, so decision for the better future decisions. Okay, let's see. In today's video we are going to dive deep into the exploratory analysis. So now the project was completed by me, that is Rohan Rajkumar Tekale, as the part of GREE program. Now step one, let's see, let's open the Jupyter notebook. Here I have already opened the Jupyter notebook. Let's see the step by step, what I have analyzed, so that you can get the whole idea about the task. Okay, now let's see. uh, so the step one, it is very important to to import the libraries necessary for the analysis. Now uh, so our journey begins with the importing the necessary Python libraries, including the pandas, the numpy, the matplotlib, also the Seaborn, which are essential for the data analysis and the visualization purpose. Okay, now here I have imported the necessary libraries that I have mentioned already. So this is the way to import the data, import the libraries. Now let's see. uh, we know that the simple code to import the libraries like import pandas as pd, import numpy as np, import matplotlib as matplotlib.pyplot as plt. Now matplotlib is necessary for mainly the visualization purpose, the charts, the graphs purpose. Okay, now next step is to read the data. Now I have provided here the dataset link. The whole project is also included to the my GitHub repository, where I have provided a link in the below description also. Okay, now let's how we read the data. To read the data, we have used some code here. So this data set contain the information about the sales, the profit, the other key metrics related to the retail business. Now uh, we start by getting an overview of the dataset using the describe function. So here describe function, when we use the describe function, it gives us a key statistics about the numerical columns like say here the sales, uh, the profit, then the quantity, discount, and many more. Okay, now here the dataset provided, we can see the preview of the dataset like the postal code, the sales quantity as I mentioned. Next, we also use the info function to understand the data types and check for the missing values. Fortunately, this dataset is clean and it doesn't have any missing values. As you see that we don't found any missing values, so not a null value we have found. So in we have checked all the data sets, data types of the, like see the city is an object, data type the object, the postal code is an integer, like that. Okay, now the cells are most of the floating type like decimal points. So we have checked all the data type of the data types, and we found that there is no clean, sorry, the data set is clean and doesn't have any missing values. Okay, now moving on, we explore the unique element in each column. So see, first of all, now this is the no, we have found the data set clean. Now these are the columns included in it. So we have used data.column, the ship mode, like that column. We have dropped two columns, the country and the postal code. So we don't need to necessary this as much for the analysis. Now the some observation we have found here, the maximum cells is uh, 22 lakh 22,638.48, and the minimum sale is 0.004. Maximum profit we have found 8,399.976. It may be in a dollar, it may be in rupees as per your country code. Okay, so it is mainly in a dollar because we are analyzing the various countries from the European side. Okay, now let's see. Now exploring the now from that we have found that the total sales is like this and the total profit is this. Now the fifth step is exploring the unique element from each element. Now moving on, we for example in the ship mode, see in the ship mode column we found four unique elements. See, in the ship mode we have found the four unique elements, and we do this for all the columns to understand the diversity of our data. Okay, so this we have understand how diverse our data is. So let's the unique categories in each of the column we have found there. Okay, now to check the outliers. Now outliers is out of the box, and we can say that it is an anomaly that is we don't need. That is uh, we can say that it is essential to check for outlier in our data because we use a box plot to visualize the potential outliers that may be affect our analysis. If we found, now here we found some anomalies, or we can say that unclean data, by using the box plot we have analyzed the data. Now in the sales, see quantity, discount, and profit is much better in within a line. So we have used the we have checked the outliers by observing the now generated now here we generated a pair plot using the seaborn where each variable in dataset is compared by every other variable and data points are colored differently based on the region category in the seventh step. Now what the seventh step say, we generated a pair plot and heat map to visualize how various parameters in the dataset relate to each other with a focus on different region. So this is the heat map and the pair plot. Okay, for the region. Region wise, we have discovered some now in sales, in quantities, in discount. Now the blue is for the south region, the orange is for the west, green is for the center, and red is for the east region. Now we have analyzed the sales, the quantity, the discount, and the profit. Okay. Now and then we have also analyzed the using the heat map. So we to plot the heat map, we use the Seaborn library to visualize the heat map. Now in this heat map we found that more correlation is for the sales and profit. See, the sales and profit are for the more correlation 0.48 approximately. See, and the least correlation is for the discount and quantity. So discount here, discount quantity. So it is in a minus. Let's say, okay. Now, uh, okay. See how we analyze. It is for the region. It is for the region. It is for the ship mode. Okay. So this is the mode analysis. We explore the most of and least opted ship modes, analyze their sales, and compare their profit distribution. Now, uh, we delve into the distribution of business across categories and subcategories. This helps us to identify which product categories are performing well and which need to be improved. Now, see, at some of the categories, classes wise. Now, most update ship mode is a standard class. More least update ship mode is in a same day. See, now, see, first class the profit, the same day profit, the second class profit, the standard class profit. We also plot some profit versus sales and profit versus sell graph in which we analyze it according to the classes. So we found that the maximum profit and sales are standard class, minimum profit and sales for the same day. Now in this we also counted as a category wise. For the category wise, we printed some category name like office, supplies, furniture, technology. Now for these three categories, we uh, exploratory we used the exploratory data analysis, like we created a pie chart and then we used some analysis that we found that the maximum major distribution for the business is from the category that is called as office supplies. See, 60.3% majorly, and the minor distribution for the business technology is from the technology, which is 18.5%. Now uh, see now next we have found the we have analyzed the data by putting the plot category was total sales profit versus category. So we know that the total sales and the profit, how it differs. We have previously mentioned in the, see here, total sales this much and total profit this much. So we analyze this here. So what we found, the maximum profit and sales in category, in which category, by category wise we see the technology. In technology category we have found the maximum profit and sales in the, and the minimum profit we have found in the office supplies. Now let's move towards the subcategory point. The subcategory we have found many subcategories. So we analyze by using the pie chart, a big pie chart. So this is not much too complicated. We have to just found out the major and minor part of the pie chart. So we found the major distribution of business is in a binder, paper, and for furnishings, and the least distribution of the business in a copier, machine, and supply chain. See how darker the pie chart color, the major is the distribution. So we can analyze easily. Now let's move towards the both of subcategory and category. Now sales and profit. For the sales, we have plotted some bar chart. Bar chart. So let's see the distribution, how it distributed for the first. Now, now let's see the graph. All subcategories versus sale, furniture versus sale, the technology versus sale, and the office supplies. Now, what we have found the maximum sales in furniture, in main specifically in chairs, in technology in phones, in office supplies in stock. Now, minimum sales is found in office supplies, that is for the fastener, labels, and envelopes. How can we get that insight? By analyzing this bar chart. Now, same for the profit. We have meant for graphs, and we found the highest profit is in a technology and lowest profit in furniture. So we confirm that by using the pie chart also, by using the bar chart also. Now, why we have to confirm? We have to analyze one of each category, one of each subcategory, so we can confirm or we can get the accurate result. So that we found that the highest profit is in a technology, lowest profit is in a furniture. The state region analysis, by state-wise analysis, when we analyze that state-wise, see all the state-wise analysis here. Uh, Now see how it distributed. The maximum state-wise analysis. Now buyers from the state is from the California, next the New York, next the Texas. Now see how also here the maximum sales as the maximum buyers from the California, also maximum sales is from the California also. See the segment found here, the consumers more. Now here the segment wise we analyze that the consumers are 50.51.9%. The corporate from 30 to the sales coming from the consumer is 51.9%, from the corporate 30.2%, and from home office it is from 70.8%. Now we analyze the sales and profit distribution among the segments, the sales and profit for the consumer. So profit is low, but the sales is high. Sorry, profit and sales. We see profit and sales for the consumer, corporate, and home office. At last, our recommendation for improving the business include reducing excessive discount, focusing on the standard class, shipping more, investing more on the technology category. We should also target the high performance cities, like we have say that state California also, the consumer segment for the growth. Now this is the analysis, final analysis. Here we plot a line plot for the profit versus discount graph. So what is our analysis finally? The analysis and recommendation for the business improvement, the relationship between the discount and sales and profit. Now it is observed that it is an increase in the discount leads to decrease in the both profit and sales. So we have to additionally we have to increase the sales, result in high profit. So we have to reduce some discount. So can we lead to increase the profit and sales also. The correlation between the key metrics, the most significant correlation exists between the sales and profit, suggesting the strong positive relationship. The least correlation is found between the discount and quantity, indicating the weak and negotiable association. The ship mode preference, the majority of the customer prefers to the standard class ship mode. The least preferred ship mode is for the same day. The profit and sales for the ship mode, the standard class ship mode generates the high profit sales. Conversely, the same day ship mode yields to the lowest profit and sales. Same for the business distribution. The primary focus for the business lies in the office supplies category. The technology category receives the least attention, but we see that the technology category gives us most profit, more sale. The profit and sales by category, the technology category records the high, as I said, and the list is office supply. The business distribution by subcategories, we have found this, that the binders, papers, and furnishing has the majority in the business activity, but the copiers, machines, and supplies have least business involvement. Copiers, phones, and accessories with the technology category generates the high sell. The tables, bookcase, and the furniture category and supplies in the office supplies category contribute to the list profit. Now, geographically, we state that the California, New York, and Texas is the highest and has the highest and most buyers. The state for the fewer with the fewest buyers are the Wyoming and West Virginia and the North Dakota. Now, the sales and the profit by the cities California and the New York report the highest sales for the property, and likewise that the business distribution by the customer segment, the majority of the business occur in the consumer segment. The home office segment contributes the least business operation. The profit and the sales by customer segment, the consumer segment lead to the both profit and sales, with the home office segment lag behind. The regional business distribution. The business predominantly operates in the western region and minimally in the southern region. The western and the eastern region contribute to the most profit, while the central and the south region generates the low profit. No, this is all the impact of the discount and the impact of the discount on the sales and profit. So we know that the conclusion. What the conclusion? We have to enhance the profitability and sales considering the reducing the discount and especially on the non-essential items. We have to focus on the standard class ship mode and which proves to be most profitable. Shift the business to emphasis towards the technology category, particularly copiers, phones, and accessories. Implement the strategies to improve the sales in the cities lower performance such as Oregon, Florida, Arizona, and others like that. Invest the efforts in expanding the business and western eastern regions to maximize the profit potential. Now, thank you for joining us on this data-driven journey through our retail dataset. If you found this analysis helpful, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the Data Chef for more exciting data insights, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated. Stay tuned for the more data-driven recipes here on Data Chef, we where we turn raw data into delicious insights. And until the next time, happy cooking with data. Bye.